Once upon a time, in the ancient and learned city of Athens, there lived a great philosopher named Socrates. He did not live in a magnificent palace or possess gold or silver, but his wealth lay in his clear mind and noble soul. People from all over came to him for advice, and his name was respected throughout the land. One day, as Socrates was walking through the bustling agora market, an acquaintance of his ran up from afar. His expression was excited and mysterious, as if he were about to reveal a shocking secret. "Great Socrates," he gasped, "I must tell you something. Do you know what your trusted friend has done behind your back? I have just heard an incredible story." Before the man could finish his sentence, Socrates calmly raised his hand to stop him. His eyes showed no curiosity or eagerness, but were extremely calm. He smiled gently and said, "My friend, thank you for your enthusiasm. But before you tell me that story, I think we should take a moment to filter it through 3 sieves of mine. This is a little test to see if your story is really worth telling." The man was surprised, but nodded in agreement. Socrates continued, his voice warm and clear. "The first sieve is truth filtering. Answer me, are you absolutely sure that what you are about to tell is 100% true? Did you see it with your own eyes, or did you just hear it from someone else?" The man was suddenly confused. He scratched his head and replied, "Sir, actually, I only heard it from others. I didn't see it with my own eyes." "Ah," Socrates nodded, "so you are not sure whether it is true or not. Now, let us use the second sieve. That is good intention screening." He looked straight at the man and asked, "What you are about to tell me about my friend, is it a good thing?" The man blushed and stammered, No, quite the opposite. It's a pretty bad story." Socrates remained calm. So, he said slowly, "You want to tell me a bad story about my friend, and you're not even sure if it's true. How interesting. But we still have one last sieve, the most important one. That is filtering for usefulness." He continued, "Tell me, does your story benefit me in any way? Does it help me become a better person or help me solve a problem?" At this point, the man felt extremely embarrassed. He bowed his head and mumbled, "No, sir. I don't think it's any use." Socrates smiled kindly, put his hand on the man's shoulder, and said, "My friend, if the story you are about to tell not necessarily true, not a good thing, and also not useful at all, so why should we tell it? Telling it only wastes our time, spreads negativity, and can hurt a good person for no good reason." The man stood silently, suddenly enlightened. He understood the profound lesson behind the 3 simple questions of the sage. He thanked Socrates and quietly left, carrying with him a great change in his perspective on what he had said. Conclusion and meaning for the young generation. The story of Socrates' 3 sieves is not only an ancient anecdote, but it is also a torch of wisdom that illuminates today's young generation, especially in the world of social media and information spreading at the speed of light. Every day, we are exposed to countless news, comments, and drama stories about other people. We can easily hit the share button, comment, or tell another friend without thinking. But this story reminds us to stop for a moment and ask ourselves with Socrates' 3 sieves. 1 is it real? Have you verified this information, or is it just a rumor? 2 is it nice? Are these words and posts constructive, spreading kindness, or just criticizing and putting others down? 3 is it helpful? Is sharing this helpful to anyone, or just satisfying a temporary curiosity and spreading more negativity? If a message cannot pass through all 3 of these sieves, it is probably best to leave it alone. Words, once spoken, are like arrows that cannot be taken back. Using words responsibly not only protects others from unnecessary harm, but also protects our own dignity and peace of mind. That is the power of wisdom. Not knowing everything, but knowing what to say, what to keep silent about, and what to ignore. May you always be wise and kind communicators.
Giao tiếp thông thái và tử tế.